What's Dewey?
It's the bass.
Yeah, I see it.
This fucking bitch, yo. I'm not, this chick pisses me the fuck off, son. She's like,
how do you think Edwin, how do you think you feel?
She's an embarrassment, son. Because I don't believe her. I don't believe that she's fucking.
No, she does. She's paid to.
I believe it, bro. I believe it. I think she's definitely an opportunist, but there's definitely people out there who engage in doublethink. like when it happens to them, it's discrimination, but they'll say generally racism is over. But in my specific case, it's not. Like, people are weird like that, bro. Like we underestimate people's stupidity and people's ability to rationalize, bro.
No. I don't believe that, bro. She knows exactly what she's doing. She knows
exactly. Yeah, I'm with, dude. I'm so with Jose. She knows exactly what the hell she's doing.
I think
she's a heel. She's a wrestling heel, bro.
I mean, she can heel, but it's like it's one of those things. It's when you engross yourself, even in like a lie, you become it, bro. It's like a psychological thing. You could start off, knowingly being a fucking clown, but then you eventually turn into that clown, like for real.
You live long enough to become the clown. Nah, man, she's fucking bugging. You're fooled because she's pretty. That's why, because she's pretty. That's the only.
I don't think she's pretty though. I don't find her attractive though.
I do. I think she's attractive. But her character is ugly as shit. That's what turns me off from her. Like what she says makes me think she's not attractive. Like I could never date somebody that's like, okay, outwardly you're beautiful. Then you start talking and it's just straight nonsense. I'm like,
but would you smash though?
Do I smash? Probably not.
Yes, no.
Probably not.
Yes, no.
Yeah, right. Liar. No. Yo, she'll get you out in the corner. She'll be like, yo, I was just lying about all about that shit. The money. Because that's clearly what she's doing that shit for, son.
It's true.
It's fucking profitable,
it's
son.
It's true.
The backstabber, bro. That's what this fucking bitch is. This clown. A fucking backstabber, son.
Boy. Oh my god, she's comical, bro. But there's like this whole she's a genre. There's like the whole genre of sort of people that you wouldn't expect to hold like super goofy right wing views, like Milo Yiannopoulos.
True, and Coulter,
Ben Shapiro. Well, I can and Coulter.
Oh my god,
Tucker Carlson, dude, all of them, bro. Yeah. Like they all get paid by freaking massive right-wing donors to just talk about this foolishness.
I mean, honestly, if you want to come up, just be colored and just be outspokenly super right-wing, borderline fascist, and that's the come up, bro. That's the super come up.
Does she date only white guys?
She's married to an Englishman.
White Englishman?
Yeah, white Englishman.
Oh gosh, no duh.
I knew that before. Like I looked it up. Like I saw like an engagement ring recently. I was like, well, she's married to a white dude. And then I looked it up. And I was like, yo.
I hope she knows all her kids are gonna come out Dominican/Puerto Rican. She ain't gonna be able to fucking run away from the fucking from the black. She wild, son.
They're all gonna look like Blake Griffin. Like there's nothing she can do about it. This is just what it is.
Oh man, and I'm looking at that picture on the top, like the top picture. That's like the backdrop of like anyone who gets discriminated against, and like Al Sharpton and his people backs you up. It's like she has the whole fucking community behind her. That's crazy, bro.
Facts.
That's crazy.
12 years ago, fucking bitch. Real talk, yo, fuck her.
I mean, it is what it is, man. Like once people put a certain amount of money in front of you or a certain amount of influence or whatever, some people just flip.
You know what? I wouldn't blame her for maybe flipping for like a year or two. Just get your money up.
You
just get your money up like a little bit. Because I'm thinking about they were like, yo, just say that you're Republican because that shit is all bullshit to me. I'd be like, I'll say it once. Name your price. Everybody has a price, bro. Don't fucking lie.
Dude, Jose
sellout.
I'm
Jose. He's spot on. She used to be a fucking Democrat like 2 years ago. Like she wasn't talking none of this shit. Like, do your research, bro. Like she just started this shit like a year ago. Maybe like 1 or 2 years ago. She just started this. And
then with that check, bro. That nice check.
Dog, it came with that check, bro. And like, come on, man. Money talks.
But the sad thing is, I mean, there are really like I had this conversation the other day. Like, people don't believe that there are people who are actually like not like this, not making money. Like, there's definitely people like her for real in real life. That like they exist.
Yeah, agreed. No, you're right. You're right.
You know who I do believe? You know that chick from the black chick with the light eyes from Clueless?
Oh, Stacey Dash.
Stacey Dash.
Man, I believe she believes everything she said, bro.
Yeah, Stacey Dash is not acting. She's not, because she already has money. Like, she's an actress already, so like she doesn't need to freaking pander and make money off the bullshit. Like, she's already paid, so like she really believes that shit. Yeah, you're right about that. Spot on.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even disparage anyone who, you know, aligns with, you know, a right wing or like whatever, but I don't like it when it comes off as disingenuous and like over the top goofy.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
Like way like you're being inflammatory.
Facts.
And you're just saying shit to incite people. You know?
Like you're trolling. Like, she's a professional troll. She's a freaking professional, like, shock value. Like, I call like Skip Bayless and like Undisputed and First Take and Stephen A. Smith the fucking the wrestling promo shows, because it's not journalism, dog. It's wrestling promos.
Oh, fuck no.
Dog, it's not. That's not journalism. That's not news. Like, don't go to those people for like information. You go for them for entertainment, because like they don't believe any of that shit. They don't. They really don't. They literally don't.
I mean, it's news in the American context, because like we're different in the sense that news is hyper commercialized, you know. So it's like it's so cliche, but it's like if it bleeds, it leads. If it's controversial, if someone makes loud noises and shit, like it'll get views.
Right.
People are just competing for eyeballs. So as opposed to other countries, it is kind of like that. But let's say you compare it to something like the BBC, right? Mm-hmm. Even if you watch a BBC broadcast, right, like a BBC America's broadcast, tone is completely different. They're not like, they don't have pundits, you know, saying their opinion and passing it on as facts. They just tell you what the fuck happened, and that's pretty much it. As opposed to here, they'll tell you what happened and then immediately inject someone's opinion into it to completely, you know, cloud your judgment. And, you know, most people have lives. Most people care just enough to want to know what happened, but they don't care enough to check their sources. So, you know, hence Fox News.
Oh, you know which cartoon character Candace reminds me of?
Which one?
Uncle Ruckus.
She does. Hence the picture.
That's terrible, bro.
But I mean, it's spot on.
It's super accurate. Super fucking accurate. Leadership with pride. Oh, PragerU.
Yeah.
PragerU, the YouTube kings, bro.
PragerU. Oh my God.
I remember when I watched anything mildly political, 10 seconds in, pause, PragerU.
For
like,
people who don't know who PragerU is,
who's
PragerU? Who's PragerU? What's PragerU?
So PragerU is like this online platform, quote unquote, university that just sort of espouses sort of conservative views.
Super conservative views.
And it started by this guy named I think his name is Dennis Prager. I need to check my source, but I think his name is Dennis Prager, and he's just sort of like a conservative type of guy. He's a conservative radio talk show host. I never actually heard him talk, but I know PragerU is like his thing. You know.
And yo, who gave this chick a show? She has a real show, the Candace Owens show.
She does.
Yo, my man, we need a show. Well, we have a show, but we need money.
Well, we start here. We start here, and then we'll get sponsored and funded, and we'll have a studio and really be doing this shit.
I'm sure if we say something extremely stupid and inflammatory, then we'll shoot up real quick.
Yeah, like Obama's Dominican
but the
or some
key is,
shit.
it has to not make sense.
He has all the ingredients to be Dominican.
We're just gonna say that every episode. We're gonna end with that. So, Barack Obama
is Dominican.
Obama's Dominican.
Yo, my man, I'm just thinking about the memes of Dominican Barack Obama.
Oh my god!
It literally has him with waves and earrings, bro. Like the fade, the waves, the earrings. That shit looks hilarious.
Oh my god, it's too funny.
Yo, so who's she? Who's the guy in this picture? I didn't think she had black friends.
The guy she takes a picture with.
Yeah.
It's Photoshop. No, I'm kidding.
No, that's the guy I was telling you about. That's Hawk Newsom. He's the head of Black Lives Matters in New York. And
interesting.
He was on her show because she was still new to me, probably like last week or 2 weeks ago. So I just did some research on my own, and I looked up. I found she had her own show on Prageru, and I was just looking for like the most viewed episodes. And the episode she did with Hawk Newsom was like one of the most viewed episodes. So last weekend I just watched the whole thing, and she wasn't talking none of this bullshit she's talking now, bro. Like I follow her on Twitter just for laughs. Like I just that's what I do. Like I just when I want to. So it's like she called Black Lives Matters a freaking called like a pyramid scheme, a freaking terrorist group. This, that, and the third. And I was like, yo, you were sitting across from one of the most influential members of Black Lives Matters in the world. And you weren't talking none of that shit last year. So what changed?
It's different. I mean, it's different, right? When you have someone on your show, right, you might want to just get views and you might not want to antagonize them, particularly if the person could like dunk on you, right? You don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to get dunked on too hard on your own show. So, you wait for them to get off your show and then you talk your shit, rinse and repeat,
Facts. No, facts.
Stop defending her, man. We all know it was about the money. In a few years, she's going to be a fucking Democrat. That's how it's going to be. She's going to jump shit. And then she's going to be like, no, fuck all that. All Black Lives Matter. Then she's going to flip-flop, bro. John Kerry ass. John Kerry ass bitch.
Yeah, he said John Kerry ass bitch.
Y'all remember that shit? The flip-flopper?
Yes.
John Kerry took over her body in Get Out Part 2, son, and this is really John Kerry.
It's like Altered Carbon. Like she freaking like she like sleeved into John Kerry sleeved into Candace Owens.
Re-sleeved. Punk.
Let's see. Candace Owens ideology. Let's see.
Idiotology.
Owen opposes welfare, although she says that she has family who use it.
Keep that up. Share that.
Let's see.
Please.
Gun rights. Owen is a registered member of the National Rifle Association. She says that the NRA was founded as a civil rights organization that trained African Americans to harm themselves. To the contrary,
that's a lie.
The fact is shown that the NRA was founded by Union Civil War veterans to improve soldiers' marksmanship, which is true.
That's true.
Yeah.
She lied.
NRA used to not be political, but I guess they wanted money, so they got political.
No, she lied. That's what she does. Like she doesn't tell the truth. Like she just doesn't. She doesn't know how.
That's like Trump. See. Maybe she'll get elected president too.
Oh my God! Please don't speak that into existence.
Damn, I don't want her. Now she's gonna get this idea from us.
Oh my God!
I should run for president. Trump did it.
President. Oh my God!
Okay, let's look at this. LGBT rights. Owen supports same-sex marriage. That's surprising.
That's surprising too.
However, on July 28, 2017, Owens came out in favor of banning transgender individuals who are undergoing sex reassignment surgery from serving in the United States military, but said that she is fine with fully transitioned transgender individuals serving in the United States military. Okay, it's a little less controversial. Let's see. Muslim immigration. In 2018, Owens warned that Europe will fall and become a Muslim-majority continent by 2050, and there has never been a Muslim-majority country where Sharia law was not implemented. She suggests that the United States would then be forced to save the British.
We're not gonna get.
I mean, that's factually untrue. I'm pretty sure Turkey doesn't have Sharia law, and they're one of the biggest Muslim majority countries. And but whatever. All right, let's keep it moving. Women's rights. Owens opposes abortion. She called abortion a tool for the extermination of black babies. Owen is also critical of feminism.
Yeah, she says that. She says feminism. She said feminism is like the real white supremacy thing that's going on against the black community, not actual white supremacy.
Owens describes #MeToo movement, an international movement against sexual harassment and assault, as stupid, and said that she hated it. Owens wrote that the movement was premised on the idea that women are stupid, weak, and inconsequential. That's weird. That's weird. I gotta make sense of that. I gotta read that again. Wrote that the movement was premised on the idea.
It just is.
It just is. Yeah, exactly. It just is.
What? Okay, whatever. On Facebook, Owens wrote, "I proudly self-identify as an Uncle Tom."
Well, she embraces that.
Well, she said it.
I guess we could wrap. I guess we could wrap this up, folks.
Damn, yo, she's just doing that to get us to talk about her. She's fucking, and it's fucking working. That's
working. It's working.
Everybody's just swagger jacking Trump's strategy, son. Just talk mad shit. People will listen to you. The people that don't give a fuck about looking up real stuff, it's just gonna listen to you and just roll with it.
Dude, that's why Trump loves her. Like, game recognizes game. He's like, yo, he shouted her out for a reason. Like, what was last year? And then she gets invited to the White House for like the second time, like last week, by Mike Pence to talk about race relations. I was like, you bring her up to talk about race relations? That's like bringing freaking Floyd Mayweather to be your educational secretary. Like why the hell would you do that?
Yeah, bro. Let's bring in a Catholic priest to talk about gay rights or some shit. Like,
exactly. Well,
especially
also,
black people.
But you can't friggin' forget, like, this is what cracked me up with her with NAACP. Like, I think she called them opportunists. She said that the NAACP, they're nothing a bunch of opportunists, race chasers or whatever, like ambulance chasers. But as you can see in the meme,
that's pretty funny.
Yeah, in 2007, she sues some white colleagues for racial discrimination. She gets $37,500 awarded to her family. But then fast forward in 2019, NAACP are a bunch of race baiters. Like, so I'm just like,
all right, but you go, boy. You have to understand that A, people change, people grow, and B, racism only applies to her, bro. It's not really a
people
thing.
grow. People grow.
Yeah,
you mean yeah? Bank accounts grow.
Yeah,
agendas change.
Hey, man, you got to feed the family.
She's a heel, dude. She's a fucking heel. She's with the fucking NWO. Like, she might as well she might as well come out with the fucking like spray painted championship belt and a Hollywood Hogan like shirt. Like, yeah, she's she's the NWO to black people. Like, she makes me sick, bro.
She is the type of person that would believe in like the NWO, the New World Order. Like, that's a very popular sort of very right wing idea that the idea sort of like egalitarianism or making it easier for people to immigrate between countries is all to assimilate the whole world into one giant New World Order. It's crazy.
Well then, look who showed up.
Loso.
Oh God.
In case you ain't know so. What's up, Street Family?
All right, because we're talking shit about. Well, we're speaking the truth, actually.
Yeah, about freaking Clandis Owens or Kundis Owens, Auntie Ruckus herself. Freaking even Dave Chappelle got at her. Like, did anybody watch the 846?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I've always seen part of it.
I put it in the chat today.
Yeah, I watched it. I woke up and watched it. Like, that's like the first thing I did when I woke up this morning. Because I didn't know it dropped, and it's on YouTube. So I just watched the whole thing, and I was like, dude, there's like no comedy in it. It's literally him doing a Kanye rant on just being black.
He's hitting his George Carlin phase.
Facts. Just like he exactly. He knows what's behind the like curtain, and he's made enough money that you can't cancel him, or he just doesn't give a shit if you do cancel him, because he's like, yo, like I'm at the point where I don't care anymore. Like you're gonna get these truths whether you want them or not. And the thing is, people want the truths. Like they're not even mad. There's no backlash. Everybody, he did it. It was an outdoor concert. They were sitting there posted up, and cats were just cool with it. They're just like, yo, we don't really care if you're funny or not. We just want, like, dude, speak your truth. So that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Exactly what he did.
He's in this George Carlin phase for sure. Because towards the end of his life, he just started straight talking shit. Like his comedy specials were funny, but it wasn't like with the intent of comedy. He was preaching.
Facts.
Like
facts. Yeah.
He's doing.
Super facts.
Well,
I got one. Well, she freaking in the George. I can't even say it with a straight face. In the freaking George Floyd video she made, where she rejected George Floyd as a martyr or whatever, she said that black people or the black community, we're the only community that celebrates our worst, which is completely asinine. Freaking, who's on our money? We've got white slave owners / dead politicians on our money, literally on our currency. We've got dead slave owners on our currency, white, all of them, and America doesn't celebrate their worst. Are you fucking kidding me? Al Capone, organized crime, like come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about here?
Andrew Jackson, Trail of Tears.
Trail of Tears with freaking smallpox to Native Americans. Freaking Benjamin Franklin, he owned slaves. Alexander Hamilton, he owned slaves. Abe Lincoln freed slaves only because he wanted to win the Civil War, but he owned slaves. Like Thomas Jefferson, he had kids by a 14-year-old slave. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, yo, like she makes that point right there crack me up. And that's why like T.I. came out against her this week. Freaking everybody. They're just like, yo, like, what the hell are you talking about? Seriously?
I think it's a bad argument too. Like, even let's just remove all that. Like, I've seen the argument where like people cite George Floyd's criminal record and the fact that
that was her too. She did that too.
People would assume that he's not a good person and he was a piece of shit. And here's the thing: he might as well have been. I don't think it's relevant, like what his criminal past was. You know, I don't think is relevant what he did. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that what happened. It was extrajudicial killing. Like, it doesn't change anything. So, like,
exactly.
I don't. That's like a moot point. It's not even relevant. You know. So, I don't know. I think it's a dumb argument.
Jose, what's your idea on that?
Fuck her. She knows what she's doing, bro. She knows what she's doing, man. And it's like, whatever.
That's the black in you, bro. Like the
son.
Isn't she Jamaican or something?
Ooh, you hear that, Fab? Los?
She's from the South, I think.
No, I'm just asking because I know she has like Caribbean heritage. I just don't know from where.
If she turned out to be Jamaican, that'd be hilarious. If she turned out to be Nigerian, I'd be so angry. You'd have no idea how mad I'd be.
Don't jinx it.
I mean, bro, if you dial back the clock on her ancestry, bro, she's from the next village over.
She probably wouldn't even do it. She probably wouldn't even do it. She doesn't believe in climate change, so why would she believe in freaking Ancestry.com? Like, come on, dog.
Yeah, but like Ancestry.com, that's white people science. That's different.
And climate change isn't? Come on.
Yeah, no, but that's like that's liberal white people science, which is fake.
Son, I got so annoyed. She was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was just like, he was just showing her straight up evidence, like Googling it right there, and she was like, "I just don't believe it."
I watched that whole interview. I watched that whole interview this morning. I was cracking up. He's just like, yeah. He's like, but you don't know. She's like, yeah, I don't know. That's why I don't believe it. He's like, you can't do that. Like, there's a difference between an opinion and an informed opinion. You're just giving an opinion, like with no She's like, well, I've read a ton. He's like, what have you read? Yeah, I've read a ton.
I love that. What have you read?
I've read a ton of articles and yada yada yada. He's like, yeah, but you don't know, so why would you give an opinion? She's like, we're just having a conversation now. This is just the two of us.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, yeah.
Here's some goofy shit. Here's what I don't get, right?
Right.
People who tend to identify, particularly in America nowadays, right? Because it's really polarized. People who identify as liberal or conservative or whatever the fuck. I don't know why they feel they need to adopt all the views associated with that ideology. Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, it's like, okay, you could be a conservative, but you don't have to not believe in climate change just because you voted for Trump. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stupid shit like that. Like, I really don't get it. It's like they buy their ideas wholesale. Like, they just buy that shit from the store. It's like a booster pack of ideas. And they don't pick, but it's just conservative booster pack. Like, it's weird to me. I don't know.
I agree. No, I totally agree. Even when I was sort of moderate or when I was sort of like Democrat, like I still had like crazy conservative views. You see what I'm saying? Even my parents, they vote Democrat forever, but they're conservative as hell.
Oh yeah, that's black people.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah. So it's just like, what? Somebody asked you something? Was that you, Fab?
What are you now, bro?
I'm an independent now. I've been an independent since probably 2000 since Obama's second term. I didn't vote for him the second time. The first time I voted for him, of course, because he's black. But second time around, when I smartened up and I did a little bit more research, I was like, well, I agree with a lot of things you said, but a lot I don't. So, and I'll never go Republican. So, like, I switched over to, and I've been independent ever since. So,
we were like 19 when Obama got fucking.
Yeah, 2008. 2008, I was 20.
I was 20. I was in college when we got the first black president. We were so excited.
Hell yeah, dude! Like, come on. And John McCain, like nobody was voting. None of us were voting for him. Are you kidding me?
I mean, to be fair, most of us probably didn't vote. I
did. Honest. No, I did.
Saying you didn't, but a lot of us didn't. I know I didn't.
Well done. Speaking about the other side, white people's opinions.
Yeah.
What the fuck is good with the fucking pandering, bro?
Chuck Schumer.
Oh my god, yo.
Bro.
Okay, so the freaking Black Panther.
That shit is high level.
Black Panther.
Can say call.
The Black Panther meme made my week, dude. It made my week. You got these guys with freaking kente cloths kneeling down for 8 minutes.
That's it. That's like no lie. Here's the oh my god. Here's the fucking crazy thing. Look at like, it's funny because you have like the prominent Democrats in the front. You have Nancy Pelosi, you have Chuck Schumer, whatever, and then in the background you have like an assortment. Yeah, you have assortment of random black senators and congressmen, and I'm like, I cannot believe you fucking clowns signed off on that. Like,
son, I thought it was Photoshop. I thought it was Photoshop when I saw that shit.
Yo, yeah,
yo, me too.
Bro, that's literally like that's a Mad TV skit. Like some shit happened, and then politicians put on kente cloth, haha, funny. Like, but this shit is real life, and it's real bad, bro. It's real bad. It's almost like I don't know. Democrats don't want to win the election because a lot of people are gonna get turned off by shit like that. This is similar to like what Hillary Clinton did on the fucking Breakfast Club when she was talking about carrying hot sauce everywhere.
Oh my god! Oh my god! And that's what, and that's what killed Kamala Harris's campaign before it even started. When she came out with the bullshit about, I used to smoke weed and listen to Dr. Dre in college. I was like, listen, nobody asked you for any of that shit. Like, no, like I know you want to like. It's like that guy who wants to be cool so bad, who wants to be down and be like, hey guys, I watch anime.
Yeah.
I watch Dragon Ball Z.
Like, I too am black.
Exactly.
That shit is insane, bro. Like it's like who, like Cory Booker, like why did you really think that this didn't look stupid? Like, did you like I'm just really confused because like even I'm thinking from the position of a politician, right? And let's say I'm trying to pander to someone, but without being offensive. Why the fuck would I wear kente cloth specifically when a black man gets murdered? That is like super insane. That's clown shit, bro. That's clown shit. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. But I don't know. Maybe they thought it was a good idea at the time. I don't know.
Okay, but so the way I'm looking at this too is like, you guys, the Democrats do this, and this is why I'm independent. This is another reason why. It's like, you do this coming off the heels of Donald Trump doing the photo op with the Bible in front of the freaking church.
Same
it's
shit.
Like, it's like it's the same. Literally. Okay, now the Trump one was worse. Was obviously worse because of what they did to the protesters.
The people before they crossed the street.
Exactly. That was nuts to me. Like, and the fact that he used a law that the government can freaking mobilize. The president can mobilize the local police and local military at his own behest. Like, no one used that law since 1807, and you choose to use it at that moment during the protests for that reason. It's terrible. It's freaking. It's unconscionable. But my thing is, it was the same ideology. It's like, yo, we're going to do this to pander. We're going to do this to get our point across on a grand scale or whatnot. And the optics are just terrible. Like people are too informed. That would have worked like 50 years ago with no internet and no freaking social media.
But people so fast.
Exactly. Right. They'd ate that up like freaking like leftovers. But it's like, yo, nah, like this generation, our generation, I think we're like a little pre-Generation Z. Like, I don't think we're like 18-year-old like millennials. Like, you got us and Generation Z. We're too fucking smart for that, bro. That shit's not gonna fly. We're gonna look that shit up immediately on our smartphones and see right through the bullshit of like, yo, you're trying to get votes. Like, come on, like, really?
Yeah. I mean, the Joint Chief of Staff, like, he apologized, General Milley.
Right. I saw that.
He apologized for being in the photo op, and it was actually like, I actually watched the video. It's only like a minute long, but he just basically said that, you know, it's not the Army's job to go against the American people, and I apologize for giving that sort of, you know, he basically apologized for being there and saying the Army, you know, is supposed to protect and represent the American people as opposed to like pacify them, which is like, that was a big boy move, but like that makes Trump real bad, right? Because a lot of his base is really conservative, and General Miley or Milley, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But,
General Milley Rock.
Yeah, General Milley Rock. But like that looks really bad because a lot of his base are probably like people who support the military or in the military and to have, you know, probably one of the highest ranking people in the armed forces, you know, apologize for your big photo op, man, that's not a good move.
It's a bad look.
Even politically, that's a bad move.
There was a video with I think they were singing they were saying "Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud," and like the black soldier was like mumbling because they're not allowed to like break formation or whatever. Like,
yeah, I saw that.
Mumbling, like he was tearing up, mumbling it because he's like, damn, like
I saw that.
I'm oppressing my own people right now. You feel me? Like, it's like, yo, when he's like, say it loud, and he was like,
yeah, like, I saw that. Yo, it was mad. It's sad as shit, dog. As a black person watching that, Fab, I'm with you, bro. I'm just like, yo,
like, bro, you don't want to take I understand it's a job and you need money for your family, but it's like your own people are getting violated in front of your face. You gotta kind of just sit there and
just take it,
or do it, or do the violence,
or do it. Right. Nah, I'm
damn right. That Army pension, what the fuck? Hell yeah,
word. Bro. Give me a Mustang. Fuck my people.
Yeah, man. I need those. I need that fucking GI Bill, bro. Fuck that. That's crazy, man.
Well, we can get into Karens now. Please go get
Karens.
Dude, there's so like these past 2 weeks, Karen 2020 has been on the loose, dog. It's been hilarious. I look forward to it. I don't even get mad at it anymore. I used to, when this shit started, I used to get really mad because I would just think about Emmett Till and like all the people, all the like historically bullshit that's happened to us about Karens and whatnot. But now it's to the point where I just laugh at it. Like, yo, because I know they're gonna get canceled. Like, I know their lives are gonna get ruined from it. So this is like, yo, like they're not gonna get away with it anymore.
Yeah.
So like I can laugh about it now because
I mean it's
different.
All right, so thank you, TMZ.
Yeah,
Holla at your boy.
Everyone knows that's the answer.
All right, so let's go. Let's look at this video.
All right, let's see it. I haven't seen this video.
They're playing. That's what the park is for. I never saw a park. It's a Power Wheel park, man. What bothers me is you have a little kid in here that doesn't have a driver's license. He's just a little kid.
Oh my god.
A fucking driver's license, yo. Like
that's hilarious.
Yo, what is wrong with this lady, bro?
That was one of the best ones ever. Like, cause I literally, like, you thought the freaking pandering thing was like a skit. I thought that was like some freaking like Ali G, like Sacha Baron Cohen like skit shit, dog. I was like, yo, this can't be real. No, this lady was dead serious.
Oh my gosh, she got the Karen outfit on. The shit tied around her waist, the cap, the fucking big ass V-neck, the ugly ass fucking pants.
Is she wearing New Balance?
That's exactly what I gotta say. She's probably wearing New Balance, bro.
The Steph Curry. She's got the Steph Currys on.
Oh my god, yo. When she could have dodged the fucking Hot Wheels, yo, leading the way. Like, what the fuck?
He said they don't have a license.
Yeah,
bro, that's the level of busybodiness, the level of fucking entitlement. That's fucking insane, bro. Like think about it. All right, let's go through your thought process. You see a bunch of kids in a toy car. What's your incentive? Like what's the end goal? Like what do you expect to happen? You expect them to get pulled over? Like
dude, exactly. It's dude, the subconscious racism is just on another level. It's like, okay, first of all, I'm white, so you guys are disrespecting my white privilege right now, just being in my presence, and I don't feel. You're ruining my day. So I've got to voice my frustration of you ruining my day, you children and you children of color. Because again, if that was like a family of white people their kids driving around in a motorized car or whatnot, she'd probably take her phone out to take video. Like, exactly. Oh, look at Becky and look at little Susie. Oh my God.
I don't know. I think there's different versions of Karens. They're like Pokemon. Like there's different species.
Yeah, I
think they evolved though.
Right? You have your racist Karens, and then you have the Karens who always want to ask for the manager no matter what. Like,
right?
I've had that happen. Like when I worked at the hotel, generally I was, I didn't have bad experiences, but every so often you would have. Oh my God, you would have this most like self-absorbed, demanding person complaining about things that like complaining about Wi-Fi you didn't know exists 5 seconds ago. like goofy shit like that. Like wanting to speak to a manager for non-issues and then yelling and then causing a stink. Like that shit is crazy, and it's like no matter, and it's not even logical, right? It's just like a kid throwing a tantrum. You just have to sit there and let them gas themselves out, and then they walk away feeling like an idiot. like that's the best solution. That's the best solution, short of like overhand right. They're
trying to They're trying to pass laws to prevent them from weaponizing the police.
I know in New York, you guys, they're trying to, the Amy Cooper law.
There you go. Yeah.
Cuomo is pushing that hard, and I feel like it's gonna get passed. It's gonna go through, and it's gonna be nationwide because no state wants to be freaking caught with their freaking pants down like, yo, we didn't pass the freaking Amy Cooper law because then the protesters and citizens are going to be like, wait, well, you guys still agree with that Karen bullshit? They're like, no, we don't want the backlash. So
Can you explain the Amy Cooper law? What are you referring to?
Basically, what the Amy Cooper law is basically the weaponizing of whiteness. The freaking Karen. It's Karen. It's the lady from Central Park who called the cops on a gay black bird watcher. Like,
I peeped that shit.
She
was choking the fuck out of her dog.
Meanwhile, she's abusing her dog, but that's neither here or there. Like animal rights. So
it's basically a law to prevent people from calling the cops for like unnecessary. You get penalized for calling the cops, like because you're wasting.
Okay,
exactly. Especially if they're of color, especially if they're black,
it's a hate crime.
Brown, it's considered a hate crime. So Cuomo's trying to he introduced it, I think, this week, and they're trying to ratify it and get it pushed through by next week, which is good. But that right there is going to shut down a lot of Karen shit because oh my god, there's so many examples of it. So many examples of it. Like, did you guys see the one with the UPS driver?
Oh, speaking of the one with the UPS driver, I'll put that one on right now.
Yeah.
Yo, what do people call male Karens? What's the name for that one?
I call them Kyles.
Kyles?
Josh.
Yeah.
Thomas.
I think the Amy Cooper law, I think that's a good idea. Like, it's a good idea. I think it's good for cops. It's good for cops, too. Like, I'm pretty sure cops don't want to get called unnecessarily. Like, I know... At least from the cops that I know, one of the things that they hate is being called for some dumb reason. And a lot of it has to do with like just society in general. A lot of people feel like cops should solve problems. Like you have people who like don't like police, but then there's the opposite where like police have to solve every problem.
Yeah.
So it's like if you have a disagreement with someone, you call the cops, or you know what I'm saying? It's just goofy shit like that. So that needs to pass. There's another law too that's on the Senate floor that I'm trying to, I don't remember the name of it, but it's going through the New York Senate, and it has to do with releasing police prior police conduct.
Yeah.
So like for example, let's say if a cop has an infraction, it's sealed, but now this is a law that'll unseal it because there was a law that sealed it years back. And then this is the law to repeal that law. I think that'll pass in New York, but I think that's a harder sell in other states.
I think that Obama had that bill passed, and then Trump had it he got it removed or whatever, because it's like, yo, we should have a right to know when cops are shitty. Like we should. Like these are the people that freaking are in charge of protecting and serving our communities. Yeah, so we should know if they've got a background of bullshit, if they got a background of domestic violence, if they got a background of violence, period, if they got a background of freaking misconduct on the force or in other past jobs. We should know that shit. That and like that kind of stuff would prevent a lot of the freaking George Floyds and Eric Garners of the world. It would, because you would know, okay, this cop is shitty, so he obviously should either be behind a desk or shouldn't freaking be on the force at all. Like he shouldn't be in the streets, like policing people. Like a guy with 18 complaints shouldn't be out on the streets policing people. Like he shouldn't. You know what I mean? So that kind of law right there. Again, my thing is, it should be public record. They should be public record, and they should be nationwide. And this is why the protests are going on.
10-4.
Well, I think if criminal records are public records, right? Like, why not police records?
Exactly. You know? And immunity.
It only makes sense.
The sense ain't common.
It only makes sense.
The video of the old man getting pushed to the ground.
Oh, I didn't share that video. We could talk about it, but let's talk. Can we talk about this? The FedEx video that.
Yeah. Well, whenever it unfreezes, Jose. DK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is acting up. All right, I'm gonna play the video real quick.
This happened in New Jersey, by the way, guys. So.
Oh, your neck of the woods.
Yeah, well, South Jersey. So I don't claim South Jersey, just like you guys don't claim like Albany in upstate New York.
Where?
Look at this guy, yo. Is that a person on the ground?
Yes, that's his brother. He's George Floyding right now.
Oh, they're trying to make it a thing.
Yeah. Okay. So can I do some commentary to this bullshit?
Yeah.
Okay. So this happened in Franklin Township in South Jersey, Trump country, basically. A lot of racism down there. Basically, there was a Black Lives Matters rally going on in that township. So when it went through this neighborhood, these two jackasses decided that they were going to George Floyd, which has become like, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the different memes of like racists doing this across the country, getting caught on Snapchat, getting caught on Facebook, getting caught on Twitter and YouTubing it. Basically, they tried to show that, and the guy, there's another angle of it that I also need to send to you. I found it's on my Twitter. I got to send it to you, Jose. Basically, this guy you could hear him audibly saying, he's like, he's like, he didn't comply. Like, it's his reason why, this is like, the reason why George Floyd died is his fault. He didn't comply. Mm-hmm. He's dead because he didn't comply. It's his fault.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy's basically just, it's terrible. They're brothers. One of them works for FedEx. The other one works as a freaking corrections officer. Both of them are out of a job now.
They thought this was funny.
They thought it was funny. They did it just to get a rise out of the protesters. But
it's like our phones are our shields now. Like if something's about to go down,
facts.
Captain America, baby, you got my whole shield right here. And I'm watching everything you do now. What we talking about, bro? I'm gonna watch everything you do now. Like, say something racist. I dare you.
Well,
I'll put you on Twitter.
That could go either way.
Facts.
That could go either way. That means you have to be on the straight and narrow too.
Well, yeah. I mean, why shouldn't you be, sir?
Message.
My homegirl, she was getting sexually harassed the other day, and she like was all caught up in arms about it. And I said, "Yeah, I understand your frustration, but in the future, pull your phone the fuck out and turn back around and say, 'Excuse me, sir, I asked you to stop bothering me. What are we gonna do now?'" Like, I'm positive it's switched now where people are like, "Damn, you got me on camera." Like, people's reputations are so big in their minds that once you pull the camera out, niggas is backing down. And I'm like, yo, you could put somebody on Twitter right now, and in seconds, everybody has their first name, last name, job, social security number, what they were doing as a child, and like people. On top of that, people are like coming out of the woodwork, like, "Oh yeah, he does sexually harass. When I was 14, he did such a and it's like a whole laundry list of people who just pop up out of nowhere." So all of that flashes before their eyes once you go like this.
Facts.
I'm like, yo, trust me, pull your camera out, repeat yourself again, sir. You're making me uncomfortable. Do not do that. And then he's gonna be like, what are you gonna do? Fuck you on your camera, bitch. I'm here to rape. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, it's not
exactly. And that's the side of the
camera and break it.
That's the side of the cancel culture.
People like that exist.
Not if I go live, Jose.
Just straight up be like, I'm live, don't touch me.
I'm live. This is Instagram. He's following me right now. Like, you gotta do a whole action movie, bro. Shaky cam.
Whole action movie. Like the Blair Witch Project, son. Like, all right, so let me continue the video.
You know, the irony is that he's actually doing what the cop should have done, and rather putting his fucking knee on his neck, put it in the middle of the back.
That's like, what they're trying to do.
That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the irony.
Exactly. Because when I worked at the high school here in Union, New Jersey, like the security guards, they're trained in like de-escalation and restraint and stuff like that. So when they had kids that got into like violent altercations or whatnot, and they had to restrain them, they never put their knees on their necks. They put them on their backs or their shoulders to immobilize them. That's what they're trained to do. You know, and it doesn't cut off the circulation to of air or blood to their brain or anything like that. It just immobilizes them. That's all. And it doesn't hurt them because they're not putting their full weight, like a grown man isn't putting their full weight on a high schooler or on a full weight. They're putting just enough pressure to keep them down, to just put them down or whatnot. But no, this asshole put his knee on dude's neck. There's no training for that. Just, you see what I'm saying? That's nowhere in the manual. Nowhere. You see what I'm saying? So even this video is freaking is asinine because, bro, okay, you're showing what he should have done, and that he should have complied, yada yada yada. But that's not what he did.
and Edwin and DK, you guys didn't see the Dave Chappelle thing, right?
No.
I saw it.
Okay. Well, it's not really comical, to be honest. But he did speak to a part where he was like, I think he said he was drowning or something like that for 30 seconds. You remember Ogo? He said he was doing something for 30 seconds. And he said, at 30 seconds, he felt like he was going to die. Like,
yeah.
And it was the longest 30 seconds ever. But the nigga had a knee on a man for 8 minutes and 46 fucking seconds, bro. It was just crazy.
That's crazy.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's just physics, bro. Like, you should just know the amount of pressure that you're putting on somebody. Like, I think he clearly knew what he was doing.
No, he knew him. Like, more, you guys are seeing more and more reports are coming out like this week that like witnesses are just like, yeah, they knew each other. They worked together. Like freaking George used to do freaking security at that. It used to be a bouncer. So like he's like, dude, they knew each other for years. So like again, and that's why I think the charge got upgraded to second degree, and why there's a chance. I'm not saying it will happen, but there's a chance it might get upgraded to first degree because so you obviously knew this person that you killed. Yeah, exactly. Premeditated. You have history with this guy that you killed. What's to say that you didn't plan on taking him out for a while now, and then you were just looking for the opportunity, and boom, you got your opportunity, but it just happened to get caught on camera.
He's like, it's time.
Yeah, well, then he can make the argument, hey, man, I'm not racist. I'm just a piece of shit that kills people.
Crazy.
Okay. There's one more video, another Karen.
Oh my God, let's see which one was that I sent. I think that was the that was in freaking Phoenix.
All right, so this is the I don't know any background story before I play this or
okay, well this one's brand new. This one I think came out yesterday.
Yeah,
basically this guy, this Asian man, I think was in a park jogging, and he was using the steps or whatever. I think this happened in New York. I'm not sure. Oh my God. No. This was in California. My bad. So this lady comes up while this guy's working out, and she's just like, "Yo, why? Like, get out of our country! Like, what are you doing?" Like, and meanwhile, the guy's just like, he's like, "Ma'am, I'm not bothering you. Like, why are you talking to me?" And she just goes on this giant like Karen rant of like, "Why are you in our country? Like, you're hogging those steps. Other Americans that were born here are using these steps. Like, you have no right to just use all." And just again, the Karen white privilege just going crazy, going ham. Karen 2020. You guys, listen to yourself.
I think she's jealous, bro, because it's like she ain't in good shape. She should have been working out with her.
Hold on.
They're gonna fuck you up. What did I do? Because you are.
Language.
Does she come back? This video is mad long.
Wait.
That's cool. So you put a bat to her head. Hypothetically.
Say again?
I said that's cool till you put a bat to her head. Hypothetically.
The person that she was bugging out on is Asian, right?
I'm pretty sure they're Asian, yeah.
Asian kind of thick. No.
Truth joke.
Like, first of all, this lady looks like Mrs. Doubtfire. Like, we need to identify that first and foremost.
Facts, bro.
Like she comes out freaking with the Crocodile Dundee hat and the freaking glasses, like Weekend at Bernie's, and it's just like, yo, bro, like, why are you bothering this person? Like, they're not this. And this is what cracks me up about these Karens. Like, these people aren't bothering you; they're bothering your white privilege.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. Like, that's why these people call the police on black families barbecuing. It's why they call the freaking police on gay bird watchers. Like, again, they watch them like just being free and doing what it is they're minding their business, and they hate it. They hate that they're so free. They hate that they're so freaking that they're so independent. It impedes on their subconscious white privilege. That's what it comes down to.
Too much time on your hands to like want to waste your time doing this shit, bro. Like, we need to keep these Karens busy. We need to give them a job or some shit. Like, who has enough time to go out their way to fucking bother other people? Like, what the fuck?
It was crazy, bro.
Yo, what did Edwin call it? The busybodiness?
The busybody.
Busybodiness.
Gosh.
So, yeah. It's hilarious.
She's like, yeah, I don't know, man.
It is funny. I think a lot of these people have mental issues, bro. Like, for sure.
Same.
Like, there's no way you could be a well-adjusted human being and react like that, regardless of what your ideology is. I think a lot of these people are just like undiagnosed mental patients.
They're mental, definitely.
Something got to be wrong. Something got to be chemically off. Like, what is wrong with you? There's no justification for their action. They just want to. I just want to fuck with
somebody. Which one I gotta show? I gotta make sure we see this one. The one where the Mexican chick, I think.
She
looked Mexican, but she's
Hispanic. All right, I'll set this one up too. So, okay, this was in Phoenix. This lady was, and I saw some memes about this one too, which is hilarious. But anyway, this was at a gas station in Phoenix. This Latino woman, she's there with her husband or boyfriend or whatever, and they're getting ready to leave, and this freaking Karen goes on a freaking tirade, just talking just nonsense again. The freaking Hispanic lady was like, "Yo, I'm not having it. I will slap the shit out of you. Like, I'm not here for this." Meanwhile, the dude is in the background, and he knows that it's coming, and he's just like, "Yo."
Let me get with the camera out, bro.
He had like the.
Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second.
I'm about to share this shit, bro. I
Karen with the yams.
Who?
Karen with the yams gets slapped.
Yeah, pretty much.
Son, she don't even look like the type of chick that you're gonna be able to fucking like say some shit to without her talking back to you.
Exactly. That's what I got like before the video even started. I was just looking at the thumbnail. Looking at the thumbnail.
She's boom!
Peeky blah, peeky blah.
Oh!
look at the look on her face, bro. Oh shit, there was no sound. I gotta play this in the sound, bro. I'm sorry.
Come on. That lady gave up way too easily. Come on, look at that weight difference. Hold on.
Boom!
Oh.
Smack some sense into this chick.
Dude, she's.
Oh my god. Why do you say Karen with the yams?
I mean the sundress. But yeah, she got slacked.
Because again, these people are cowards, bro. Like they've got all this entitlement, but no courage to back it up. It's like, yo, you're gonna respect my white privilege, but then when they get pressed, they're like, oh, wait a minute.
Here's my thing in general. Like there's some people who really do walk around like that, who feel like they have protection for some reason. Like they'll go out and antagonize people. And I've seen like all types of people do this, like just start shit with people. And it's because we quote unquote live in a society and we have certain rules that we abide by that they think that you won't retaliate. But it's like, bro, you have to respect the fact that you know, that person could kill you on the other side.
Right.
Like if they really wanted to, like you get stabbed, you get shot, you get jumped, like
change the whole
you
life.
really need
Real
to
quickly.
respect that fact.
Really quickly change
Yeah,
the whole
so
life.
when you say some shit to someone you don't know, like you have to be prepared to take it to its logical conclusion. Like you just have to.
So give some background on the statues.
Nah, well,
Yep.
it started. The first major statue that went down, I think, was last week. It happened in Ireland. It was Edward Colston. He was one of the
guy?
Yeah, he was one of the biggest slave traders in the history
You don't know
of
who
the
the
world.
fuck he is.
Nah, I don't know. Oh, man.
Look it up on Wikipedia. Anyway, so Edward Colston was one of the biggest. He's one of the biggest slave traders of like the 19th or 18th century or whatever. And he had a statue up in Ireland for like that's been up for like the last, I don't know, 70 or 80 or 100, however many years. They've been trying to take it down for the longest, but these Black Lives Matters protests has empowered and emboldened people across the world to take down these statues. So yeah, so bro, they tore down the statue, they rolled it down the street, they vandalized it, and they threw that shit in the river. And it was a big deal because, like, again, not just black Irish citizens, but a lot of white citizens too. They're just like, yo, we've wanted to take this bullshit down for a while, but the government has been dragging their feet, saying, well, it's a historical landmark and it's preserving history. And they're just like, preserving what history? It's preserving racism. Like, this guy, he made a fortune. The city's name, basically, there's so many landmarks in the city named after him. Like, it has to go down. So that went in the river. And then that kind of sparked it because after that happened last week, all across the freaking world, freaking statues of King Leopold in Belgium, Robert E.
Man,
Lee.
he was the worst, bro.
Oh my God.
King Leopold. If you ever read about King Leopold, I'm talking about one of the worst figures in history. This is comparable. This is like Hitler level. We're talking about like Stalin, Hitler levels
it's even,
of evil,
bro, it's even worse. Like, he's like, okay, so Hitler killed roughly about 5 million Jews, right, over his reign. King Leopold killed about 10 to 15 million Africans over his reign, like just throughout freaking Congo and sub-Saharan Africa. So, bro, like this dude's terrible. I ordered a book on eBay. It's supposed to get here this week. I'm excited to read it. It chronicles all his atrocities throughout his life and exactly how he basically tried to take over Congo, did take over a couple countries in sub-Saharan Africa, and murdered so many freaking Africans, bro. This guy was terrible. This guy has statues up all throughout Europe, and I don't think he has any statues up in Congo, but he's got a bunch of statues up throughout Belgium and parts of Europe. And they've been taking down and defacing his statues all week long, and which is great because the guy's terrible. He's worse. Like I said, he's worse than Hitler. He's worse than Stalin. He's worse than Mussolini. This guy was a freaking like one of the true like terrorists. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, his statues is coming down, and the big one though, which I can't wait. Which I'm excited it's happening. The freaking Christopher Columbus statues are going down all over the country. And I'm like, did you guys see the one in Boston, the one that got beheaded?
Yeah,
That shit reminds me of Jebediah Springfield of The Simpsons.
Ah, yes,
when
yes.
They took his
oh my
head
God, yes. I wasn't even thinking about that.
All out, bro.
That's hilarious. I wasn't even thinking about that, but that's a great analogy. But yeah, I was just thinking about the one in New York, the one in Midtown, dog, the one in freaking, I think it's outside of it's around the Supreme Court or whatever. This big ass Christopher Columbus statue. That shit needs to go down like yesterday. Like, we got one in my town. It's not that big, but it still needs to come down too. Like, Columbus was terrible, bro. You kidding me? He was awful.
It was bad.
Yeah.
I'm so upset that like I still remember being taught.
That's the crazy part.
I'm so upset that I still remember being taught that he discovered the new world. I will never forget that, bro. That he was like, he discovered the new world. All this great shit about him,
bro. Sarah Olsen Blue in 1492?
1492, I think, yeah.
They made a whole song about it, bro.
The Niña
the Pinta de Santa Maria. Fuck that, bro.
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
And I don't know why he's so big in the United States. It's like he never landed in the United States.
I think it has something to do with like it was made a holiday or a thing when we had a lot of like Italian immigrants.
It was,
and it was just kind of like a thing to like pander to them, to be 100%.
What was the show? It was like this. It's like this comedy like show. Somebody ruins history. Like the white guy with glasses who like goes off and he like
Adam ruins everything.
Yes. I watched the episode on Christopher Columbus and I was laughing my ass off. It was so funny. But yeah, he talked about that. How it was Italian immigrants. They wanted something to celebrate their heritage because again, Italians were treated terrible when they came over, just like Irish, just like Polish, just like a lot of freaking Europeans. Like so. You know, again, and it cracks me up too when like Italian Americans are racist toward blacks. I'm just like, yo, you guys were treated just as bad as we were. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, no, you weren't enslaved, obviously, but
they made it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, right. Exactly.
The thing is, it's like
I don't know how you feel.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, you couldn't just stick with Amerigo Vespucci. Like, America's actually named after him, and he's the one who informed the Europeans that America was actually not Asia. Like, why not him?
Good question.
You know, because everyone swore that, why don't they just have statues of him? He was the one guy who was like, wait, idiots, we're not in Asia. This is some new shit.
Yeah, but I still got more pictures to send you and more videos to send you of statues coming down. But, you know, that's going to keep happening. And, you know, unfortunately, I think it was in Tennessee, or Nashville, one statue came down and a guy actually got hit by the statue, unfortunately.
Shit.
Yeah, he was standing too close to it, and he cracked his skull. I don't know if the guy survived. I don't know if the guy survived. I don't know if he survived it or not. I got to do some more research on it. But
last minute payback from the statue.
right.
You want to take me down? Point.
But Jefferson Davis too. We should hit on that because he was the president of the Confederacy. His statue's coming down too in different parts of down south. Like basically, in areas down south, they look at Jefferson Davis the way that America in general looks at Lincoln. Because if the South was going to win, Jefferson Davis was supposed to be the president of not just the Confederacy. He was supposed to be president of the United States. But obviously they lost because they wanted to keep their slaves. And, you know, white people. So there you have it. But his statue's coming down too. A lot of these statues are coming down, which is good. And it's another. I think it's important because it's another element of the power that these protests and these demonstrations are showing. They're like, listen, okay, George Floyd got killed, which is terrible, and a lot of people of color have been killed by law enforcement, which is awful. But however, Latino Americans, they've been killed and brutalized by the police as well. That's not getting talked about. Freaking Indian and freaking Middle Eastern people of color, they're getting persecuted by law enforcement as well. Because the thing is, when blacks start getting when we start getting the treatment that we deserve, it opens it up for everybody. Like, it opens it up for Native Americans. It opens it up for Middle Eastern folk, which are still technically African because Egypt is in Africa. A lot of people don't realize that. But it's like, it helps, and it helps everybody. It helps everybody. So that's why they're joining in on a fight. I saw a video, I think it was in Minnesota, where a Columbus statue went down. And then I think it was the AIM, American Indian Council or something like that. They freaking had a freaking celebration. They had a party with chants and songs and dances like right on the freaking statue. They're just like, yo, we've wanted this to come down for years, and we've like petitioned for it and protested and like begged for it. And now it's finally... Yeah, and it didn't work.
Pull that shit down ourselves. Fuck it.
Exactly. But when Black Lives Matter took matters into their own hands with the protests and demonstrations, now, again, people are empowered to do incredible things like this and fight the tyranny. So it's a beautiful thing. I love it. Every time I see a statue come down, I share that shit immediately because I'm just like, yes. It's like, yo, this is beautiful.
Shout out to COVID, bro.
They're switching up the algorithms to make it seem as if the protest and the out speaking has stopped. So just be if you do come across any posts or anything like that. Well, it's mostly me and Ugo because we're the only people that have social media. But if you come across anything like that, make sure you retweet and keep it alive so that they can stop trying to limit the protesting that's happening, because it's still happening, still millions of people. It just seemed like it slowed down, but it hasn't slowed down at all. They're just switching up the algorithms to prevent us from having so much
to make it look to make it seem.
I peeped that when I get on the base social media stuff, because I was wondering the same thing too. I was like, yo, why is this like so much less? Like people shouldn't, be stopping and stuff.
Algorithm
like
switch up, man.
Bitches.
Like, get your shit off. Well, we're gonna change the algorithms next week anyway. We're gonna put some fat asses on your timeline, and you're gonna forget all about this. Like, it's like, yo, bro.
Dude, it's Mr. It's Mr. Robot, bro. It's Mr. Robot. All of this is Mr. Robot. I follow Anonymous, which is really F Society. I follow them on Twitter. They're hilarious.
Anonymous, if you're hearing, get rid of all our student debt.
Exactly. Anonymous, please. I got $53K that you can just wipe out tomorrow. That'd be great.